became officially 2021, and the hellish year that is 2020 is over. So I'm pretty excited about that. I think I clicked start a couple of minutes early, but I was excited / anxious because I'm always a tiny bit anxious before these because I can be a little bit shy. But yeah, welcome back. Happy 2021 officially. Let me know if you did anything fun to celebrate. Kind of hard with a lot of us either in official lockdown or locking down just because there's a pandemic raging outside. But hopefully it didn't stifle anyone's New Year's plans too much. We were pretty low key here. We lit a fire, watched old movies, drank way too much champagne, got hungover, drank more champagne the next day. So I feel like it was a pretty solid start to the year, all things considered. Pretty good all around. Yeah, but we'll get started in just a couple of minutes. We'll let folks kind of see the notification and join us. I'm proud. I actually set up all the behind the scenes things preemptively this time. So I've already fiddled with my chat box. I already have choices open to Wolf Bride, so you don't have to see parts of my phone you don't want to see. So hopefully it will be good. Can you guys hear me okay? Is the audio okay today? I'm going to check it every time because I'm paranoid. Yuki also wants to check the audio, apparently. Wants to make sure that you guys can hear her. Oh, good. Okay. Not too quiet or anything? You're picking up the cat loud and clear, I hope. Yeah, she's making her debut early in the stream, I feel like. I don't know who I mentioned it to, but last on Wednesday when I cut us off at the hour mark, literally 45 seconds after we finished, my cat disconnected my Ethernet cable. So she was clearly done with my bullshit and preemptively decided enough was enough. So cool. Thanks, Kat. Thanks for that. I appreciate it. Awesome. Well, I am going to go ahead and get started with the usual beginning, which is just kind of going over the rules of this stream really quickly. As always, it is definitely 18 plus. I appreciate that it seems like Wolf Bride is giving me a tiny reprieve from the dirty 30s. I was afraid we were going to have one or two every chapter, and so far it's just been that dream. But we might definitely have more in the future. So no minors. Also, just be chill in the chat. We haven't really had any issues with it, but just be friendly and kind to others. Don't be a jerk. And it should be fine. We should be fine. Have fun. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, yeah, my usual kind of warning. I feel like I have to apologize every week for not being the hugest werewolf person. So one, I don't know a lot of the tropes that happen. And two, sometimes you're going to hear in my voice that I'm a little skeptical of these things. But yeah, hopefully everything is fun. I definitely I have some questions going into this week's, or I guess the back half of the previous chapter. Okay, so we learned that MC is wolfkin, and I guess werewolves can't have werewolf babies, but wolfkin can have werewolf babies. And I initially thought that wolfkin were only female, but I guess our Uncle Zane is one. So can he knock up a werewolf? Isabel, can she get knocked up by a wolfkin and then have werewolf babies? Or is she just screwed? Because, I don't know, this feels important to clarify. These are the deep werewolf questions that I have. I'm not expecting to get any answers to them, but that's kind of where we're at. Yeah, anyway, welcome back. We're going to pick up with Wolf Bride Chapter 3, Part 2. So I will change my screen over. Awesome. Right? It does feel important to know. I'm really, because her motivation would be so different. If she not only lost her wolf boyfriend to MC, but to somebody who can do something that she can't, not just give Bastien something that she can't, but have something that she can't. That's a whole extra layer of motivation. And that would be very interesting to me. Zunkel is so sus. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I continue to just be deeply suspicious and to feel like he's going to be largely behind the kidnapping. I honestly can't figure out why they would include it if it wasn't to set him up to be a villain. So clinging to that deeply. Hey, Era, welcome back. All right, so we're picking up immediately from where we left off last time with Celine wanting to go on a date with him. Sebastian's face breaks into a wide smile. Yes, it does. Truly. We're a little surprised too, but we're going to give it to you, sir. Of course, pick me up at 8. Cute. I love that he's surprised by this. Yeah, Zane has to be the big bad. I totally agree with you. Like, it's just such a weird setup. Like, this is not an uncle that we grew up loving. We know next to nothing about him. Why make clear that his house is like weird and filthy and full of rifles? I don't know. It's just all very suspicious to me. Sorry, says Sebastian. Right, no clocks. Sundown. That we don't even have clocks in this cave. Whew. Someone get him an Apple Watch, because I do not communicate by like sun shadows. I need him to know what time it is. It's a date. Aw, his smile was cute there. Later that evening, you and Sebastian walked together into Hunt's Peak. You ready for your first human date? I kind of like that we're his first. What do you have planned? I also am so pathetically grateful not to see him in the wolf outfit. Oh my god. No, wait, hang on. We have to change. We are not wearing this to dinner. I'm not doing this to our girl. Okay, what are my options here? All right, we've got the outfit from the beginning. That's cool. We could be our like Woodstock hiker girl. All right. Or this is not an option. Okay, should we go back to the stripes one maybe? Be a little like civilized in the city? Perhaps. Yeah, he did talk casually about murdering our dad. That was not a great look to start with. You think they're gonna make Isabel? Is that the one you're thinking of, the villain? I really hope not. I really, really hope not. That would also just be like, I don't know, can she even? Like, can you resist your alpha? I guess you could challenge him, so maybe. Climb every mountain. Yeah, that is a good sound of music. Stripes, definitely. All right, we're going to go with stripes. Choose this look. Cool. Back to story. All right, I feel much better about this. Let's start with a classic, dinner and a movie. Hey, S-Blair19, welcome. Dinner starts off smoothly, but once your food arrives, you cover your mouth to stifle your laughter. Wait, what? You cover your mouth to stifle your laughter as Sebastian picks up a dripping ribeye with his bare hands. I know our man is not picking up our steak barehanded. Come on. What? You nod to the other diners, many of whom are staring at you, and gesture meaningfully with your fork. Embarrassed, Sebastian puts the steak down. You hand him a napkin, trying to hide your smile as he looks around and belatedly picks up his fork. You might have said something earlier. Oh, he looks so embarrassed. I feel bad. Okay, but then explain this to me. So he doesn't know to use a fork, but he knows to wear, like, appropriate clothing to the city. Like, these werewolves are savvy enough to know that they need, like, normal person outfits, but not to learn the basics of cutlery. I have questions. I have definite questions. Hey, Jade, welcome. Welcome back. He's an uncultured caveman. Aw. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, we can't stand this uncle either. Zane Uncle's uncle. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so our dude is very embarrassed. It's pretty cute. I'm sorry. You'd said you'd been to town before. I thought he looks so affronted that your laughter finally breaks free. It's okay, really. I mean, you were literally raised by wolves. Although, if you guys need Wolfkin to breed, does that mean your mother was... Valid questions. Human, yes, from Hunt's Peak. So did you grow up in town then? We are raised by the pack. I'm told human schools frown on having children turn into puppies in the middle of class. Oh, he's got jokes. Okay, he's got jokes this week. I like it. Yeah, I think that was definitely detention worthy where I grew up. But when I was a young boy, my mother would sometimes bring me into town to see movies. Okay, so he has seen movies. He's not completely unaware of modern society. Oh, did you have a favorite? Let me guess. Okay, get ready to vote. For 1, The Fox and the Hound. 2, Old Yeller. Or 3, Teen Wolf. Bum, bum, bum. The puppy line is fantastic. Yeah, I really loved it. I am also feeling Teen Wolf in honor of Vic, who I'm not sure is able to join us tonight, but Riley Carrera actually wrote an amazing Ride or Die Teen Wolf AU, so maybe in her honor. Yes. Okay, we're going Teen Wolf with it. Sebastian makes a face of disgust. He knows enough to be disgusted by Teen Wolf. Absolutely not. Completely unrealistic. As you leave the restaurant and head towards the theater, Sebastian's tone turns thoughtful. I've not seen a movie in years. I have hardly come to town since being alpha, or becoming alpha. Too busy with the pack? Yes, but that's not the only reason. Coming here reminds me too much of her. Oh, his mom? Your mother? It's MC and I, on the same track. Okay, do we want to ask, 1, did she live with the pack? Or 2, what happened to her? I mean, I feel like we can probably infer that she lived with the pack because they seem so shocked by the idea that we might not. So I'm definitely feeling tempted by 2, but give me a 1 or 2. 1 for did she live with pack? 2, what happened to her? F in the chat for Teen Wolf. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, same thing, Nitblita, sorry if I'm saying that wrong. So if you've seen movies, like that's a pretty solid introduction to social etiquette and such. Okay, we're gonna go with what happened to her. Sebastian's expression goes carefully stoic. I swear to God, if he doesn't answer my question. Oh, he did, and it's sad. Oh, I'm sorry, I was gonna get mad at you, Sebastian. His mom had cancer. Oh no, that's how I feel, MC. Many of our mates choose to live in town and leave the raising of the pups to the pack, but she lived with us at the den, so by the time she thought to see a human doctor, it was too late. Oh, tragic backstory, plus 20% for our love interest, because I'm a sucker. Sebastian, I'm so sorry, or Sebastian, it wasn't your fault. I know, I see the Oz in the chat, and I agree. I totally agree. Okay. You know what? I think we should go with I'm so sorry because, I mean, it clearly wasn't his fault, right? Like, he can't think he's responsible for this. So we'll go with 1. It was long ago. Yeah, his mom was human. I think, like, in order to have pups, babies, you have to be. Yeah, 2 is weird. I agree. 2 is totally weird. Still, she was your mother and you're allowed to be sad. She obviously loved you very much. A ghost of a smile passes over Sebastian's face. And she was loved in return. Oh. Sebastian shakes his head, gesturing at the theater's current showings. Now, am I remembering correctly? We need to purchase our tickets before the movie starts? All right, he's got some of this down, thank goodness. You look up at the marquee, trying to focus on the titles, when Sebastian is standing close enough for you to feel his breath in your hair. Okay. Let's watch. Okay, get ready to vote. 1, an action movie. 2, a romance. Or 3, a horror movie. I mean, a horror movie is kind of like what MC has been experiencing for the last 48 hours, a little bit, and therefore could be deeply hilarious. Yeah. Hey, AJ, it is a little cute. I agree. I don't think we are. Oh, you don't think we're human? That's interesting. I, too, am crying in the club. I am just a sucker for any character who has a tragic life story. Like, just give me a little bit of angst when you were young, formative moments, and I am on board, clearly. If you look at my top LIs, it becomes super clear. All right, we're definitely going with a romance. I think that was definite, but it actually might have been a tie. And I just saw 2 in AJ's message. Oh, I'm so glad that Tumblr reminded you. Yeah, I'm trying to get better about actually, like, posting the link, too, so that people know it exists. Sebastian gives you a sidelong look and holds the theater door open with a small, gallant bow. Cute. Whatever your heart desires. Cheesy, but cute. This is a gorgeous movie theater. West Virginia, going big on their entertainment, apparently. The theater is only about half full. You follow Sebastian to the back row. Night vision. Oh! We're going to use our night vision in a dark movie theater. That's a little hilarious to me. The darkness of the theater doesn't even take a moment to get used to now. The heat of the bodies and the seats lighting the way like flashlights. I hope that won't be like disruptive for her during the movie. As the lights lower and the opening music swells, you see a teen couple far down in front lean in and kiss. Voyeurs. It's creeping on teen couples. You can tell Sebastian notices too. He lays his arm across the back of your chair casually and whispers in your ear. It seems not everyone comes here just to watch. Well, I mean, technically, like, you are still watching. You're just now watching that teen couple. Yeah, and they say chivalry is dead. I love that this is the movie in the background. Isn't this from Most Wanted, maybe? No? Red Carpet? Something or other? I don't know. I've used this art. Yes, thank you, most wanted. Okay, cool. Okay, should we one, get ready to vote, just watch the movie, or two, kiss him? Teen couple in this pandemic. Yeah, you guys need to be 6 feet apart. I do not trust teenagers to be responsible enough to maintain that in the darkness of a movie theater. Okay, I'm definitely seeing some votes for two. And most wanted. Oh, okay, so it was in both. I like it. I like it. I also used this as the closing scene to a really cheesy Ethan video that I made. So I have a deep affection for it. All right, we're going with kiss him. Because of course we are. You lean into his shoulder, pulling his face around to yours. Attuned to your movements, he draws you to him at the same time. Oh, that's okay, I like that. Kissing you fully, consuming you with sudden passion. His other hand cradles your face as his lips press eagerly against yours. You pull back to whisper against his cheek. Sebastian, do you care if we miss the movie? Question mark. What movie? Cute reply. We've got some banter. Our MC has some banter. His lips return to yours again, and the next time you look up, whoa, okay. They really did just make out for literally the entire movie. His lips return to yours again, and the next time you look up, the lights are coming back on and the theater is empty. Get it, girl. Somewhat to your surprise, you find yourself in Hunt's Peak the next day, shopping with Layla. I mean, I know she's going to make us buy a diamond outfit, probably, but I will take any time with Layla that we can get. I'll totally take it. Yeah, heavy makeup. I thought that was cute, actually. It wasn't, like, too thirsty, and I do like the idea of him, like, being able to read our movements, so, all right, I'll give it to them. Layla in the gift shop from A Very Scandalous Proposal, and probably some other places, too. I'm so glad you could come. I miss having someone to shop with. The pack doesn't use money, of course, but most of us wolfkin keep part-time jobs to support the pack when they need something. Huh. Okay. So we're giving them babies and our money. All right. It's asking a whole lot, but okay. And we can buy the things for ourselves that make the den feel less of an actual cave. Okay, fair, yeah. She holds up a few bags of candy before tossing them in the cart, and you laugh. Yeah, they outlasted the team couple. I'm impressed. Oh, of course, it's from Big Sky Country. That makes sense. Yeah, total sugar mamas. Hi, Chrissy Cat. Welcome. Yeah, that's another like dollop of information for me to process about how all of this is going to work. So what kind of work do you do? Oh, you know, medical billing, work from home sort of gigs. I keep an apartment here in town too, since my phone and internet don't work in pack territory. At least we don't have to give them up. Wait, am I back in my... Wait, why am I back to this? I understand that I'm hanging out with a wolf person, but we are in town. Hang on. Yeah. Choose this look. I can't believe they just popped us back into our Ren Fair gear. This is so rude. Back to story. There we go. Do you regret not having a normal life? Layla shrugs, adding a few cute throw pillows and a plush blanket to her cart. Honestly, not really. I love Callum and being with him. And it's not like normal life is all that great, right? I mean, mine's pretty okay. Well, you might have a point. Okay. MC is with me, but let's vote. Do we want to say one, you might have a point, or two, I kind of like my normal life, actually? Yeah. I mean, I did literally just say normal life is not bad at all. So I think I'm probably with you guys on two. We got to vote for one, though. We'll see if S. Blair can sway any hearts over to the one side. Oh, getting closer to a tie. Oh, what does that mean? Oh, hey, thank you for the follow. That's awesome. Thank you, thank you. Okay, I think two is pulling in the front. So we're going to go with the two. Oh, thank you, guys. Also, it's cool. I've never actually seen that notification come up, so you're kind of making my day. You'd be surprised how much more peaceful... I'm sorry. I love it when this MC reads our minds. You'd be surprised how much more peaceful it is when you're not getting kidnapped by werewolves on a regular basis. This joke I don't mind. This joke feels appropriate because we like Layla. She's our friend. We can have some laughs. Okay, granted, they're not the most subtle. But didn't you ever wish your life had a little more excitement? Yeah, girl, excitement, not abduction. Distinction, I guess. I was never going to let my job become my life, so I found something better. I actually think that's fair. As you leave the store, Layla nods with a polite, forced smile to a passing man who pays her no notice. Oh, he's angry. I bet that's maybe Park Ranger's boss? This is my guess. Let's see. As he leaves, she gestures to him with her chin. Take that guy. Oh, yep. Okay, he is Park Ranger's boss, Morgan's boss. Bernard Sayre. That's the guy who will suck this whole town dry to line his own pockets. I'd rather live rough forever than be like him. In this life, being part of an ancient guardianship of the earth. She rests her hands on her belly, rubbing lightly. Wouldn't trade it for anything. Well, I mean, yeah, if my options are like destroy a small town and maybe the environment or like preserve the earth, sure. Can't we find a nice middle ground with Wi-Fi though? Layla's face lights up with an idea. Tell you what, you can see for yourself. Tonight, the pack is going to cleanse an old strip mine that SCP used up and abandoned. Now, it's just a big ugly hole in the ground, like an open wound. The pack is going to rededicate it to the primal magic. Oh, they can do that? Yeah, they can do that? You should come. You can't really understand the pack without understanding what they do. And it's incredible seeing real magic at work. I mean, yeah. Well, clearly we're definitely going to join them for this magic mine adventure. Especially if she's going to be there. And I kind of like this background art. All right. Bernard. His name is Bernard, yes. Yeah, being bored with life is part of the truth. That is completely true. Completely true. Let's see. You keep forgetting they're environmental people? Yes, totally. It is escapism, and it's fun escapism. And like, you know what? Like we said last time, we're all just here to have fun. There's no cringe in this chat or on this stream. We're just goofing around with a silly book. So, okay, let's see. Well, I'm definitely not going to pass up magic. Agree. Layla's face lights up, though she holds up a finger in warning. There's going to be some hard work first, though. I'm not afraid of a little hard work. When you reach the abandoned mine that night, you can't help but gape at the devastation. And I'm supposed to be gaping at devastation, but I actually think that this art is kind of pretty, so I'm not so much with the gaping right now. Wait, what have I done too? I have bought every diamond choice so far, actually. Partly because, I mean, that's the whole reason for doing the stream, is so people can see all the options. And I'm definitely somebody who tries to balance between love interests, especially if there's like a female option. I don't like it if their metrics don't record as many people picking it, so I try to pick it every time. Oops, I don't think I read that last screen, but I'm assuming it's like devastation, bad. I know, again, that's probably supposed to be oil slick in the water down in the front, but it looks like magic to me. So I think the destroyed mine is kind of pretty. Oops. Yeah, no, refusing to buy the ugly outfit in chapter 2 is incredibly valid. I was afraid they were going to wolf shame us though, and like not let us into the pack, which, I mean, we're still debating if we want to be part of, but I want my options open. And they let it be blue instead of like beige, so close enough. We'll take it. We'll totally take it. It used to be beautiful here. She's so pretty when she's angry. It does look like a wound. Okay, do we want to go with 1? This place is disgusting. 2, how can we fix this? Or 3, what were they mining here? I also buy the ugly outfits and whine about it because I live for those like 3 comments from the love interests about them, and I'm a people pleaser. Ooh, 2 or 3, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like 2 or 3 are both really good options because, like, 1, I do want to know how we're fixing it, but I'm also kind of curious what they were mining there. Look, they've already put me back in this outfit. They really want me wearing this the whole book. Yeah, everyone else has such cool outfits, and then MCs. Yeah. Okay, I think 3 is pulling out. Oh, no, I'm wrong. Solid tie. I cannot wait until we have, like, official polls in this chat. It's going to be awesome. We're actually really close. I have to do 2 more streams after this one, and then I will qualify for affiliate, and I will be able to like put them at the top of the chat, and you could just click a button, and it's going to be beautiful and glorious and wonderful. Oh, actually, okay, so speaking of being affiliate, I don't know if you guys remember baby girl Sadie's, who's been hilarious in the chat the past few weeks. She is 4 followers away from reaching affiliate status, and she's really awesome. So I'm going to totally recommend that everyone follow her, and I'm going to put her URL in this chat in just a second. Hypothetically, let's see if this works. Enter. Yay! Okay, it worked. We have a new robot friend in the chat as well. I also want all the compliments. Okay, this is actually really close. So we're gonna go with 2. I mean, it would take several weeks to clean all of this up, and even then, dot dot dot, it'll take years to really recover. Oh, hey, Flugelwogel, welcome back. Layla, we have a better way. The 2 of you hike carefully down to meet the pack. You hold Layla's arm to help steady her. Whew, thanks. I'm a bit off balance lately. As you join the others, already hard at work clearing debris, you're keenly aware of Sebastian's presence. He meets your eye from across the clearing, giving you a meaningful, smoldering look that you can read even at a distance. A slow warmth spreads across your cheeks. You clear your throat. I love when Pixelberry's like, they looked at each other and then take the time to like include the art of them smiling at each other. I don't know why, it just always cracks me up. Okay, Flynn Rider, yeah, seriously. Layla looks between the 2 of you. Damn, girl, you guys got it bad. He's on guard duty tonight, but we might see him later. Oh, okay. Naomi, the pack's speaker, all cap or in caps, is meditating on a cleared area of rock. She addresses you without opening her eyes. I'm so very glad to see you, Celine. I had hoped, but these things sometimes take time. Yeah, maybe more than 48 hours. Maybe, like, give us a full week to process the whole werewolf thing. Layla said this was something I should see. What are we actually doing? Whoa, your friend sounds like a badass. Replacing the radiators, pregnant or not, would be impressive to me. 37 weeks pregnant with twins is like superhero level. Oh, okay, it's her profession. That's reasonable. There's only a handful of people here and no tools or trucks to clear the debris. Naomi chuckles, low and full of mirth, like you just told a joke. No, indeed. Bum, bum, bum. Callum, Jet, and Isabel arrive. Callum leans down to kiss Layla, then bows his head to Oh, I said Naomi, but I think it's Noemi. Noemi? I don't know. Strange name. We finished on the northern edge. Is there anything else you need, honored speaker? Noemi's eyes drift closed again, but she smiles. 2 handfuls of quartz stones, a flask of fresh running water, and someone to grind down this sage. Oh, and Jet, a few sprigs of wildflowers, if you please. Okay. I'm never going to get over his bird skull necklace. It's never going to not amuse me. And his like sulky little neutral expression. Yes, speaker. I still think that Jet is totally going to challenge Sebastian to be the alpha at some point. This is my personal bet. You look at Jet, surprised. I call it the easy job, where I get to sit down. I found a little stream on our way up, just a short hike away. Isabel, I will retrieve the quartz for you, speaker. I know I should be mad at Isabel because she came at us in like typical PB female rival claws out, but she's really pretty and she's really strong and she's gonna go get quartz and I just kind of like her. Oh, okay, we get to pick. Do we want to help Bird Skull Necklace do something or other? I forget which one. I forget what all of them are doing except for Isabel with the quartz. So do we want Bird Skull or neck paint or Isabel? He is the Robin sprite. It's true. Oh yeah, if he doesn't, you'll be surprised. Totally agree. So let's do 1 in the chat for neck paint, 2 in the chat for bird skull necklace, or 3 for Isabel, or just her name. Oh, you get points with Jet. Maybe Isabel too? I mean, we definitely need to win both of them over. But if we're getting some points, I feel like we're not wasting them on Callum, because he already likes us. Yeah, points in any scenario. That's interesting. You know what? Y'all are saying Isabel, and I think I'm gonna go with that because I would like her to like us. I do want to be friends with a really pretty lady. I'm a simple person. You give me pretty pixel art, I want to be near it. Determined to have a do-over with Isabel, you nod towards her. Yeah, I think it must be. I definitely haven't seen any sort of like reputation plus marks drift by us or anything like that. Celine, I'll go with you. Isabel looks like she's about to protest, then glances at Noemi and sighs. Come, then. I know you're not happy about it. Just give us a second. Come on. She strides off, leaving you hurrying to catch up. She begins scooping handfuls of small blasted rock, choosing a few to put in her pack. The word pack there super threw me off for a second. You try to follow her lead, doing as Sebastian asked to respect her authority. So, what are we looking for? She doesn't answer you at first. Then, quartz. Yeah, I sort of gathered that with the whole we're here to pick up quartz thing. Give me a second. Pretty sure you're supposed to be gathering the clear crystals you see reflecting the light. You sift through a handful of petals. Listen, Isabel, all right, get ready to vote. Do we want to do 1, I'm sorry you got in trouble with Sebastian, or 2, I don't want any trouble with you? Interesting. Yeah, I hear unfortunately Morgan's not much in this chapter, but we're going to be wrapping this one up, and then I have a feeling she's going to get the bulk of chapter 4. I don't want any trouble with you. All right, got definite consensus for number 2. Don't want any trouble with you. It's not. I mean, yeah. You're a big deal here. I got it. I'll respect that. But I'm not going to let you walk all over me. Isabel's eyes narrow and her gaze is withering, but you don't back down. After a moment, she jerks her head towards the rubble on the ground. Get to work. She's not thawing to us at all. Come on. We are very charming. We are very funny. And we're wearing your bad wolf outfit, so give us a little credit. The two of you work in silence until your hands are dirty and your back aches. When you look up, Isabella's eyeing you and your small pile of clear crystals. That is sufficient. Perhaps you are trainable after all. That is so insulting. I mean, I guess it's not insulting to imply that we're an animal when she is literally part animal, but I'm still insulted. With all the ingredients collected, the pack gathers around Noemi, who stands tall. So what are those things for? You'll see. I mean, girl, they said they were going to do magic, so I think that we can assume some magic is happening, probably. Mean Pretty Lady. Yeah, I do have a type, and it is Mean Pretty Lady, so, like, this is good for me. Hey, welcome back, seriously, Osiris. You'll see. We're about to do some magic ceremony and, like, clean an old mine. It's true, she wasn't as mean. At least she didn't insult anybody's, like, baby daddy this time. So this is like a progress. This is like an 8 out of 10 mean versus 10 out of 10 mean. You all follow Noemi to the edge of the open pit. Isabel holds the speaker's arm to steady her. Layla leans back against Callum, who rests his hands on her belly. You look down into the yawning-mouthed mine as Noemi sprinkles the sage in a ring around the mound of quartz, then lights it with a match. Smoke fills the air. Stone and soil, fire and air. She opens the flask of creek water and upends it, extinguishing the small flame. Water bringing life, we begin anew. She sprinkles the freshly picked flowers over the ashes. All is still except the floating smoke. Then she begins a low, growling chant. Soon the others begin to join her, raising their voices together. Something's changing in the air around you, but not something you can see. The words seem outside of your understanding, but a surge of emotion overwhelms you. You feel that if you wanted, you could almost join in. This is actually like the best job they've done so far of making me feel like MC has kinship to the wolves and what they do. Like, this is a good description. I like this part. I feel like the narrator is the strongest when she's just narrating stuff like this. Yeah, the growling. Do we want to 1, join in the chat, 2, listen respectfully, or 3, leave and join Sebastian on guard duty? Give me 1, 2, or 3. Growling is a wolf, nice. Growling is a human, not so nice. Growl MC growl. Ooh, okay, so we could actually join in. 1 was great. It is appealing. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, lots of votes for 1. I'm liking it. We're going to go with 1. Join in the chant. You close your eyes. The surging chant fills the air inside your lungs. You open your mouth, feeling like air is being pulled directly from your throat. Instead of words, your lips form the shape of a sound you've never heard before. Apparently that sound is hurrah. Something takes hold of you, and you lose all sense of self. There's only air and sound and smoke. For an eternity, after an eternity, you slowly come back down, realizing the chant is finished and the pack is staring at you. What? Did I do something wrong? To feel the primal magic as you do is a rare thing indeed. Ooh, we're special. If you'd been born to the pack, you could have had the making of a powerful speaker. Okay, so we're not just like Wolfkin, we're like super shiny Wolfkin. Into it. The last echoes of the chant fade just as the sun rises above the horizon. In the light, you look out over the pit, and to your shock, you see the wound in the earth is closing. Oh. Okay. Hurrah means I love you in Wolfkin. It's my new favorite word, definitely. The ground restores itself. Grass and flowers grow over the dead stone. It's like watching time reverse. And it's day. Exactly. Oh my god. It looks like the mine never existed at all. I mean, actually, I can still see the entrance, but it's cool, girl. It's cool. And there's still a massive giant crane, but that's fine. This is the power of the primal magic. This is our true purpose while the earth needs the pack. This is what you were born to do, Celine. Okay, so Wolfkin can do this too. As you walk back through the early dawn, you can't help feeling she might be right. I will say that is the first time they've been like, you feel a kinship to this. Like, you feel like this could be what you're supposed to do. Where I'm like, all right, this feels a little valid. Previously, I was like, not sold yet. Not sold. But, like, if you told me that I could actually reverse environmental harm, compelling. Compelling. Herrera is our new uwu. Okay, yes, definitely. New spirit animal over there. Yeah, like it's right there in the background. Exactly. I am not deceived. I can still see the entire massive construction structure, but it's fine. It's fine. That night, asleep in your room at the den, you dream. You are running through the forest on 4 legs, wind in your face, barely touching the ground. Another wolf runs beside you in perfect sync. I don't think this is his sprite. I think this is someone else. This wolf apparently says, herf, herf. You can see through her eyes. Okay. Feel the lighthearted joy in her chest. You are together. Oh, we're pretty. Look at us being a pretty wolf. We get to be special. Yeah, we are going to get a wolf form. Somebody says, curious though, is Wolfkin different from being a werewolf? Then shouldn't MC technically be spending more time with other Wolfkin instead of werewolves? Yeah, I'm a little bit confused on the division too. Like, Wolfkin clearly have some werewolf powers, and I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of skills for us to take on, and now we have a wolf form. This line is getting a little bit blurry for me. Ooh, ugly message thing. I don't know if there's a mod who has the ability to delete that, but if you can, delete it, and if not, well, I'll just ignore it, but don't click that link. But a strange, unnatural jangling sound follows you both, chasing you. You run faster and faster until you take flight, 4 legs climbing the night sky. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Light. You're wonderful. No, Bastien's not Wolfkin. Bastien is a wolf himself, for sure. But our Zunkel was Wolfkin, so I knew that men can be. When you suddenly realize you are alone. Oh, woo! But sadly, I don't know how to howl sadly. I'm sorry, guys. You turn back to see your companion. Oh, chained to the earth by heavy manacles around her hindquarters, but you cannot go back. Don't be mean to wolves. Come on, book, don't do that to me. There's a metaphor here, and I'm not sure what it is. You startle awake, disoriented and covered in sweat. Somehow you know the identity of the wolf in your dream. Morgan? Oh, damn. I did not see that coming. Well, she's also a very pretty wolf. Wait, what? Okay, so we saw the wolf in our dream. She got manacled to the ground. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, solid plot twist. Hey, Maggie, welcome. Yeah, all this wolf lore. Okay, we're going to touch on this at the end, but the wolf lore in this is really confusing because it's not even sticking to the standard tropes. You can feel her out there still, straining towards you, and you know she's coming to find you right now, no matter the danger. If you're bonded to Sebastian, then what is the connection you keep feeling to Morgan? And what will happen if she tries again to rescue you from the pack? Bum, bum, bum. Ooh, end of chapter 3. Okay. Man, I have thoughts. I have many thoughts. Yeah, I will say, I continue to be really confused, honestly, by, like, the wolf lore in general. And I can't help but think that I would probably... So, okay. I liked this chapter. I liked chapter 3. I did think that the date was cute. I liked getting to know a little bit more about the pack outside of just, like, kidnapping tendencies and being snippy with me. And we're definitely past, like, the really awkward stage of world building. But I think I would be enjoying the book even more if it included more of the familiar werewolf tropes. Like, even though it's not really my genre, I don't know. I guess I just sort of, like, came into the book with certain expectations. And so far, it feels like it's a really different narrative. And, like, on the one hand, props to them for doing something new with it. But it, I don't know, kind of, like, makes it hard to understand some of the world stuff. Like, the Wolfkin thing is a little confusing. And we definitely have this, like, environmental side story. And, yeah, just a little bit confusing. All right, let's see what you guys thought of that reveal. I'm going to scroll up in my chat a little bit. Let's see. Sebastian. Sorry, I'm scanning this. Yeah, the Nightbound wolves and the Wolfbride wolves are definitely very different. I think they made them look very different, so we know that they occurred in like different universes. Um, these guys feel way too different from the doggos in Nightbound. I've seen a lot of people prefer the Nightbound werewolf art too, which I think is probably valid. Yeah, Morgan made me other wolf. I did not see that coming at all. Um, yeah, Nightbound had vampires. Vampires don't exist in this world. Yeah, he was so shocked by that concept. And the way, like, the most earthy thing that we saw from the Nightbound werewolves was the fact that Cal, like, carves a swan or something from wood. But other than that, they were fully modern, fully integrated. Definitely knew how to use forks and knives, so probably not here. I know, but I still want there to be a Cal cameo, even though, probably not. Yeah. Um, let's see. Yeah, I think his wolf form does look better than his like standing up dog form. Agree, totally. I do think the next chapter will be Morgan centric because they haven't done a ton with her plot, and normally I would be worried, but this is a book that literally started with them telling us that we shared a bond with both a male and a female love interest. And if I swear, if they do that and they still don't give it to us, I will be distressed. I will be actively distressed. Yeah. A voice simp. Oh, hey, welcome. I'm so glad that you could join us. Thank you for that. And thank you for the compliment. That's super kind. You've never enjoyed half-form wolves, so it's nice that they have a real form. Yeah, I agree. The bipedal wolf art is a little bit something or other. Yeah, I totally agree. Seriously, Osiris. Like, I think we definitely need to know. They introduced like the concept that the wolves might be eco-terrorists and then literally have not touched on it in a full chapter, and like that feels a little important. Like if I'm going to be hanging out with them, I'd like to know if they're actually bombing buildings and wounding people. Even though I am completely convinced that it is Zunkel and not them. Like I would have questions if I was her, for sure. Yeah, no, they have introduced some interconnecting universes, so who knows? Who knows? It'll be interesting. So normally I give books like 3 chapters before evaluating them, but I think I've said before I'm gonna give Wolf Bride like 4 or 5 because they have so much world building to do and like so much setup to get through, and I don't feel like it would be fair to call it right now. I'm also really split. Like chapter 2, I honestly did not enjoy. Chapter 3, I actually thought was fun. 1 was just confusion, chaos, and beautiful mess. So I'm calling that a positive. So I'm super curious to see where it goes. Yeah, the eco-terrorist environmental thing is throwing me, and I continue to be thrown by the caves. I was also saying to somebody earlier today, and this is like a very weird nitpick, but I actually wish that there were more Wolfpack members. Like, I think there are literally 7 of them, and in Nightbound, they did a really good job of giving the impression that there were more that we like didn't see off screen, and I just feel like it would add more richness to the pack. I don't know. Something about it it's kind of a funny thing, but you're good on the lore too, to be honest. You think you understand most of the stuff happening. You're still stuck on why MC isn't hanging around more Wolfkin. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, I think I just need, this is weird, but more background characters. Like, I want to see additional Wolfkin. I want to see additional werewolves. Like, there seems like there's an entire generation missing from the pack. Like, there's no, like, older couple to model off of. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, you think there's supposed to be more, but they're not shown. Definitely possible. It does give more pressure to MC to have a wolf baby, to be a wolf baby vessel and repopulate the pack. that could literally be the reason. Yeah, yep, AJ too. I mean, that might be why her MC's mom leaving was like such a big deal. And it could definitely be that. Yeah. I guess they have said that the bond is like painful to be too separated from somebody, although we're separated from Morgan right now and we seem to be doing okay. I would also pick the cave over Zane's murder house for sure. And if you're looking for questions about the whole werewolf thing, being with them is probably the best place to get them. I don't know. Yeah, I'm really curious to see where the next chapter goes. I don't know if we have a chapter like preview text thing yet, but it will definitely be interesting. They kept saying Zane's house was old. Do you think he has Wi-Fi? No, honestly, probably not. I don't. That man has clearly not been on Amazon. Purchase some home goods. He needs to. Maybe there was an illness. Oh, that's interesting. Related to the environmental stuff that went through the pack, and that's why there are no children or teens. That's a really interesting theory. Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious. Yeah, so I don't know. Things I want from the book going forward. I definitely want more Morgan. I want more backstory. I do feel like we're going to get it next week. Like, this dream feels like clear setup for that. And we just had a 100% Sebastian focused chapter, so I think they're probably going to flip flop it. So that'll be nice. I need to continue to see Sebastian like in the city going to movies. That really worked for me. It just helps me swallow the whole caveman thing for sure. I said this at the beginning of the stream, but one thing I'm really curious about is, so if wolfkin are the only people who can have wolf babies, like if werewolves can't have were babies, but wolfkin can, and then we know that there are male and female wolfkin, like could Isabel get pregnant by a male wolfkin, or is she like barren in this universe? Like, can only women have wolf babies, basically? Because if she can't, then it is like this whole extra layer to the tension between her and MC, because she didn't just lose Sebastian, she lost him to somebody who can not only like give him something that she can't give him, but can have something that she can't have. So I've got a lot of questions about that. Yeah, that's why you were wondering about the pregnancy thing. I feel like there's a good theory in here that I missed too. But yeah, so definitely curious about that. So thinking about the book overall, and I swear I won't keep you guys too much longer, but since I am actually like ahead of time for once, we can chat a bit. I've been thinking a lot about like the tone of the book, and I think one of the things that's been challenging for me is that it just seems like very up and down. Like, you have this ferocious wolf pack who literally kidnaps MC, and you know, they seem like possessive and aggressive, but then in the next beat they're really like ooh soft. And I kind of wish that it was like one or the other. Like, I almost wish that they leaned into some of the alpha traits if they were going to do it, because it just feels confusing to do it halfway. I don't know, controversial take, because I'm basically like, could you kidnap her a little harder? Hey, Tori, welcome back. You picked an awesome moment to rejoin us where I'm requesting like more ridiculous kidnappings. But yeah, like a sexy kidnapping. Or, okay, thinking about this earlier, this has so much flavor. What if, like, okay, they both recognize that they have the bond with each other, but neither one of them liked it? Like, what if for Sebastian, she was like an outsider and, you know, not true like wolfkin and didn't know their ways, and that was a negative to him? And what if he was like a little bit jerky about it? Like, has to be bonded to her and accepts that, but is not pleased about it. I feel like the flavor that could have could be completely delicious. Right? Wouldn't that be tasty? Like, you're stuck with somebody, but you have like, and then they could kind of like spar off each other. Quality slow burn right there. Yeah, and then they'd have to learn to love each other. Exactly. Yeah, go all in on him being a bad guy. Asshole who reluctantly falls in love. Someone should write this fic, for sure. Begrudging acceptance to lovers when. Exactly. Thank you. Okay. I'm excited that y'all like this. The thing is, though, what would be keeping her there? Just like the sexual tension. So, okay, in my hypothetical scenario just now, I think you'd have to have the bond be like really clear. I think you would have to change some of the backstory to like, maybe she kind of did know about it a little bit, but had like maybe her mom told her about it and was like, and that's why I'm keeping you from the pack, and she decides to go see for herself anyway, instead of having it be this total clean slate, never heard anything about werewolves, no idea about any of this stuff. Yeah, pain of separation from the bond or the pack could totally work. I don't know. Interesting. So then she could go and be with Morgan. I'm also really curious about how Morgan became part of our bonding ceremony. And like, I don't know. I'm just really excited for that part of the plot to pick up a little bit / at all. I'll take crumbs at this point. Or she's really dedicated to the work they do. See, that could be cool. That could totally be cool. Yes. I don't know. I just feel like there were so many directions that they could go with this, and I'm not 100% sure that I'm sold on the one they went with. But it is early days, especially for a book with like this much world building. So I wonder how the bond would work had MC grown up with the pack. Would she and Bastien have always known since birth that they were fated? Or is it like you learn your mate when you turn 21 or whatever age kind of thing? Yeah, I was wondering the same thing too. Like, did he know for sure that other people weren't his mate? I don't know. It'd be interesting. What if MC was part of the company with Morgan, so it was an enemies to lovers type situation? I also love that flavor. Yes. Yeah. The idea that it doesn't share lore with Nightbound is so weird to you, though. They did do a ton of world building over there to then just like ignore it, but who could say? Who could say? Awesome. All right. Well, I'm going to wrap us up a little bit early tonight. In case you didn't see it at the beginning, I'm going to put one more plug. And by the way, thank you so much for the folks who followed me today. I really appreciate it. It does help us get access to like new features behind the scenes. So thank you again. I'm also going to do another plug for baby girl Sadie's. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Maggie. She is you may have seen her be hilarious in our chat previously. And she is, I think, 4 people away from hitting affiliates. So if you feel like it, go give her a follow. Her streams are really fun. Do you think they're going to do an enemies to friends to lovers with Bastien and Morgan since the bond is poly? Oh man, that would be really interesting. That would be really interesting. But I have to say I feel as though there was an interview where they said pretty specifically that you do eventually make a choice. So I don't think this will end up being a poly route book. I think that you will have to pick between the two. Cue the Bi Panic posts on our dashes. You had to think a few weeks before following me. I understand. I mean, I'm shocked and surprised that like this Loki stream was the stream that sold you on it, but I'm very into it. Very much appreciate it. Awesome. Well, as usual, thank you guys so much for coming and joining and being hilarious in the chat. We will be back on Wednesday with a new chapter. I'll be capping that one at an hour 2. Maybe I'll get through all of it in one go. We'll see. But join us on Wednesday for what we hope is maybe a like Morgan-centered chapter. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night and a great start to 2021.